everyone, and welcome to the Omega Metroid podcast from OmegaMetroid.com. My name is Andy Spiteri, joined by, Doomino Crossing is here, which is fantastic, but by God, after months and months of schedule mishaps and me bailing on shows and Dak being busy, the two of us are here together again. Dak, my friend, how are you?
I know, man. I've been playing hard to get, and I apologize for that. Yeah, man. I've been good. It's good to have the squad back. It's good to
Oh,
be back with you, and of course,
yeah.
the three of us. Yeah, man. It's actually wild. It feels like it's also been a while, but also it feels like it hasn't been. It's just like right back at it.
Right.
So
Well, some people
so
ask
that's
me,
cool.
they're like, "Hey, where's Dak been?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Because I feel like I talk to you all the time, so it's like he's right there. But I guess yeah, on the actual podcast, it's definitely been a minute.
That's the thing too, is that I do all the website stuff, so like
Yeah,
I work on the site every day, so it's not like I haven't been around. It's just I've been busy on the
yeah,
weekends. I was in Toronto, I was in Nashville, I was at a bunch of shows, I was a bunch of out of town kind of things, and just our schedules didn't align. And then obviously I've had classes on Monday nights, which is kind of our like backup day, which I haven't been able to use. So yeah, it's summertime. Dak's got to spread his wings, but it's good that we got our schedules to line up again.
yes.
And
It feels like
and
we're
yeah,
whole once more.
yes,
And
yes.
not only that, but in addition to hearing these gentlemen's lovely voices, I am looking at their lovely faces as well. And we're trying something new, trying something a little bit different, something that we
Yeah.
haven't done on this show before, but something that we have been doing quite successfully over on the ZeldaCast, and that is recording our mugs while we talk about Metroid and uploading that to our YouTube channel. So the goal here is that eventually, as soon as probably this week, assuming all goes well, you'll be able to watch this full episode with video over on our YouTube channel, and we
Yep.
even have. If you don't have time to watch like a whole hour plus worth of Omega Metroid podcast content, that's okay. We do have some people that are working on clipping some bits in part two into a little bit more digestible chunks. So lots of cool reasons to head over to our YouTube channel and check us out, which is youtube.com/Omega. We kind of go into it as much as we want or save it because it's like kind of sort of part of the Orpheon, kind of sort of not. And that is the Frigate Crash site, which is a
Hmm.
ginormous lake that is
Yes.
literally blocking
Yes.
you from getting to the frigate. Um, has those annoying flying pirates that I
Ah,
just hate.
I
And
love that moment. I love it.
and yeah, this room is actually notorious because it has like the three worst enemies in the game all at once. It has the awful flying pirates. It has the awful. I want to say they're like. I want to call them Jezebels, but that's not right. But like
The gel
those
Gel
zaps.
zaps.
Gel
Gel zaps.
Zaps! Gel
Yeah.
Zaps! God, those things are awful. And it has the Aqua Reapers, which we'll talk about when we talk about enemies in here. But like, literally all the worst enemies of the game are like right in this one area, and like it's hard to see, and it's kind of a pain to navigate across without the gravity suit. But I kind of like it for that because it's challenging and it's certainly a memorable room nonetheless. So I thought I'd give it a little bit of love, even if it can be a frustrating room sometimes.
I love that room. Aside from the enemies and all that, just that moment where you show up there for the first time. It's like because every time I play Prime, especially the first time I played it, I got there obviously way before I had the gravity suit or anything like that. Like you uncover this area and you see this like massive structure in the back, which you piece together as the frigate. I think the first time I played it, I hadn't pieced it together in time, so I was like, "What is that all the way over there?" And then these pirates, I'm like, "Oh, gonna take them out." Nope, they fly away. I love that moment so much because like I'm gonna come back here. I want to check out that thing in the distance. Like I'm gonna get there, and I absolutely love that moment. It's I don't know, it's always has stuck with me, and I'm glad you brought it up because the only other rooms I really wanted to talk about were the Talon Canyon and the Root Cave,
Hmm.
which I don't have too much to say about, except I want to get to the bottom of why the Chozo have half pipes all over the planet, and specifically why they have one in a rainforest, which would totally get super wet and slick, and you'd slide all over the place. But
Maybe they
in the
can turn
root,
into little balls, and
well,
they like to have
why
fun
would they?
too.
I don't know.
The
I
Chozo
wanted
are
to,
base Pro
Yeah.
Skater 2 enjoyers. That's
I
why.
guess that's the first half pipe, and it's before you can ever use it, and you're like, why is this here? And then the root cave I always remember because that's where those beetles show up from the ground, and I always feel bad because I'm like, bros,
Uh,
I'm gonna melt you, and it's not, I don't even kill them I think half the time because I just like I
no.
feel bad because they're so they're not even worth my time. They're like ants compared to me, but. Aside from that, yeah, I love the lake area, the entrance to the crash site and the crash site itself, and then going into the down frigate. Just very memorable area for me every time.
I really like that thing you mentioned in the crash site about how the pirates, they don't fight you. They
No,
fly away. They run away. They're
he's
scared. That's like the only time that they ever do that in the game, and that's just such a little cool, subtle story detail there, where it's like, oh, these guys were just chilling, and you actually just caught them off guard. They're just like,
You know
and
what? That's
so
funny. I always thought that they were flying away to go like warn somebody or something like
that's what
that.
I thought. I don't think they're scared.
Yeah.
possibly that too. Yeah,
I
but I
always took
just
it as like, oh, Samus
Samus
is
is
here.
here. Ah.
Let's go tell. So I guess they don't
Yeah.
have like cell phones or anything. Like they can't just
Yeah.
report in. They have to go
Let's go
physically
write
tell
a
someone.
pirate
you guys have
data
cell phones,
somewhere.
right?
I always thought it was a little taunting. They were like, because like every time you play the Prime games, you can hear them making noises at you and like chirping at you. I always just like for me, I always interpreted it as they're gonna go tell someone, and also like peace, like we're out, like we're not even gonna fight you because you can't even
Literally the
chase us.
meme where it's just like,
Yeah, like that's how I
Got
always say
wings? Didn't think
because
so.
when you fight the pirates, they're always chirping at you. They're always saying something. They've got an attitude.
but yeah, that whole room is just such a cool storytelling device because not only do they fly off, but like you said, there's the crashed frigate, which I believe it's been a while since I've played Prime, but I believe you can actually scan it, or something that says that it's the frigate. I can't remember if you can do that or not, but
I
either
should have
way, and
tested
then
that. I'm not sure.
but yeah, you start to wonder if that's just a background structure. But if you look very closely, you can see the door.
Mhm.
Or you could just check your map as well and see that there's a door on the map as well, and be like, "Oh no, that is an area that I'm going to revisit later." Plus, you also have the broken phazon container as well. Just there's so much subtle storytelling in this room alone that's just so cool.
Yeah, it's a great room. Yeah, definitely the canyon is another like interesting hub area for sure. So lots of areas in Talon, I feel like it's a theme that have multiple like exits that you can take, which I mean I guess does make sense since it's like the hub world. But yeah, let's. Do we have any more rooms?